Janet and Sophia had always been inseparable. From childhood to their teenage years, they shared everything. Secrets, dreams, laughter, and even their tears. To Sophia, Janet was more than just a friend. She was family, the sister she never had, the one she trusted above everyone else. Life seemed perfect when Sophia met Daniel. He was charming, confident, and kind, at least that's how he appeared. When she introduced him to Janet, she never imagined that her best friend's smile that day would hide a dangerous temptation. At first, Janet tried to ignore the feelings that grew inside her. She told herself that Daniel belonged to Sophia and nothing could ever break their bond. But Daniel saw the weakness in her eyes. He noticed how her heart skipped each time he drew close. He whispered words to her that no loyal man should ever say. Compliments that made her blush. Promises that made her dream. Days turned into weeks, and the lines blurred. The guilt ate at Janet's soul, but the desire was stronger. One stolen glance turned into a secret meeting. One meeting turned into a kiss. And before long, Janet was living a double life, smiling at her best friend by day and falling into the arms of her best friend's boyfriend by night. But secrets, no matter how carefully hidden, have a way of crawling into the light. Sophia soon discovered the truth. Her heart shattered into pieces she could never gather again. With tears running down her face, she confronted Janet. Why? After everything we've been through, why would you take the one person I loved most? Janet had no answer. The silence spoke louder than any words she could have said. That night, their friendship, built over years of trust and love, died in the flames of betrayal. Yet, Janet believed she had won. She thought she had claimed the prize, Daniel's heart. At first, things seemed perfect. He showered her with attention, whispered the same sweet promises, made her feel like she'd one he truly wanted all along. And though Sophia walked away, broken and scarred, Janet convinced herself that love was worth the sacrifice. But love built on betrayal does not last. Soon, Daniel's mask began to crack. The man who once charmed her now controlled her. The smile she fell for was replaced with anger, jealousy, and cruelty. He dictated what she wore, who she spoke to, where she could go. Slowly, Janet's freedom faded. The girl who once laughed so freely now cried in silence, afraid of the very man she chose over her best friend. And as if his control was not enough, Daniel's unfaithfulness returned. Janet discovered messages, late-night calls, and lies she could no longer ignore. She realized she was not his only love, just another chapter in his endless book of conquests. The same man she betrayed Sophia for was now betraying her, without a shred of remorse. Money disappeared. Opportunities slipped away. Daniel drained her resources, ruined her reputation, and left her isolated. Friends she once had turned their backs on her, whispering about the girl who betrayed her best friend for a man who was never hers to keep. Alone, broken, and desperate, Janet remembered Sophia's words. One day, you'll see who he truly is. Those words echoed in her mind, haunting her every sleepless night. Swallowing her pride, she sought Sophia out. With tears in her eyes, she begged for forgiveness. But Sophia, though still wounded, had built walls around her heart. She could not open the door to the one who destroyed her trust. She looked at Janet and said softly, "I warned you. I loved you like a sister, but some scars never heal." Janet left with an emptiness she had never felt before. Not only had she lost the man she thought she loved, but she had also lost the only true friend who had ever stood by her. And then, the final blow came. Daniel abandoned her for another woman. No goodbyes, no explanations. He simply vanished, leaving behind the